CCNTV, bringing you captivating news since 2019.
Hello, 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 and hello, and hello again. And we are back. Welcome, 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 everybody, to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I'm your host, the captivating, the Christian. Brother Nate is not with us tonight, so we're doing this solo dolo on our first night back to the bullshit. Okay, so this is the first official full day of your now president for a second term, Donald Darnell Jackass Trump, but whatever. I mean, what is there to talk about? I mean, you saw it, you seen it, and if you didn't see it, go look at it. There's nothing to say. We all about to fuck around and find out. That's all I could say. Some of us already knew what the deal was. But, you know, it's pretty unfortunate. Now, there are some things that I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I don't know how long it's going to last. But buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride, right? So let's get right into this stuff, and then, we'll play around later, because I'm not going to stress myself out going into this stuff in detail right now. Not going to do it. Because you kind of sort of already knew this was coming. And hello, welcome everybody. Your waiter or waitress will be around with your drink of choice. Mine tonight is, of course, the wine, because you need it. So let's just get right into these executive orders, right? Shall we? I'm not going down the whole list. I'm just hitting the hot pockets because some of them were just mainly, I feel, out of spite, but whatever. So let's talk about the big ticket items. The border. Former President Biden had Border Patrol agents on the border. Of course, Donald J. Trump pushed that right out the window, and he wants to put a military force at the border. All this costing taxpayers money, right? So I'm still waiting for the part where we're saving. So we'll see how that works. He's ending the catch and release, but he's going to continue to build the fence/wall. Look how long it took him to build a piece of fence. 4 years. Let's just wait and see how long it takes to build more pieces of fence, while the people in charge of building the fence is taking the money. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. He talked about the cartel stuff. I mean, I don't really buy it. Whatever. You want to end drugs? Stop bringing them here, because the cartels ain't bringing them in here. The cartels is meeting somebody somewhere, and they, bringing them the rest of the way. So save me with the BS on that. Um, Suspending refugee settlements. Trump signed an executive order suspending the U.S. Refugee admission program. Okay, this is a program, of course, that was by the Biden administration, also championed by the Obama administration, that he definitely put an end to. Ending birthers' right citizenship. Now, this one is a big doozy. For a lot of them anchor babies, a no-go. So I don't know how this is going to play out. I mean, of course, I definitely see a lot of court involved with this, but he did sign an executive order to end the birthright citizenship for children born in the United States to parents without legal status. Right? So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Right? I did see some posting of they're giving out $750 for people to turn in refugees. I'm not buying it. I don't necessarily believe it to be true, because the reality is, where's the money coming from? Because if Homeland Security don't have no money, how are they paying these people? So I don't know. And it just sounds like a bunch of like back in slavery days, like slave catcher kind of mentality thing going on here. He had some other stuff in here, like protect American citizens against an invasion. An invasion of what? Especially when you using these invaders for cheap labor. So how much of an invasion are they? But they're gonna fuck around and find out. They really are. He talked about he signed an order to restore the death penalty. That's gonna be fun. Not surprised about that. He is definitely a fan of the death penalty, as we all know. Let's see what else. What's up here? Oh, there was something interesting up here. And of course, he is doing away with, the essential diversity, all that stuff that that Biden was pushing for. I just had a thought about Obama, so remind me to get back to that. And we'll just see how that goes. I mean, all this stuff is really just pandering to a particular group of people. And to be clear, the TikTok is back kind of thing, he just signed the executive order to put a pause on that banning of TikTok. So it's not out of the woods yet. So don't get too happy. Again, TikTok can be banned. Let's see. I'm trying to get all of the kind of stuff that made me go, Now, what made me say, about the child support thing, and I don't know if that was a nod to a lot of the black and brown men that was so gun-ho on voting for Donald Trump. Don't know. But basically, if you place your father of your children on child support, you then, as the mother, cannot get a tax return for the child or children. The father can then apply for tax benefits. And you don't get no say. Now, I don't know if this is made to discourage women from putting men on child support. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some, you know, viable men out there who, you know, do their best to support their children or whatever, even though they're not with the mother through child support or whatever. But then there are some, right, that don't do shit and just don't want that held over their heads. So it's not clear even to me yet what's the parameters of this. Because something tells me that the ones that think they're going to get over on this, it ain't for you. But let's wait and see. What did you say? Yeah, well, you know, it's going to be made to ensure that you know, mothers don't place the fathers under child support. And this was talked about, I know, in a lot of circles that people were talking about voting for Trump. Then they started pushing out the idea of doing away with the child support. Because as you know, child support or non-payment of child support comes with a hefty situation. You get your license taken away from you, wages garnished, all that stuff. And the funny thing about this for me is if you were actually doing your part and taking care of your kids, that wouldn't be, you know, like that wouldn't even be an issue. A lot of these men, not all, but quite a few, are absent in the child's life, right? And it comes to a point where the mother is then forced to get support in any way she can. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's not like they, you know, they put you through hell and hot water just doing that. You know, they make sure if you're receiving any kind of benefit or help from many of the social services departments, that you are forced to place the father of the child on child support. So it's not even a thing where sometimes they have the option. It's either you place them on child support or you don't get the help. So in many cases, they have to. And it's not a case of putting him on child support out of spite, but putting him on child support because, hey, they trying to get help for their kids. So that's crazy. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hey, okay. So I'm back. And so yeah, that's where we are with that. Like I get it. There are, you know, some situations where women have used it to be vindictive in some cases, but like I said, in many cases, uh, the mother or whatever or whomever can't even receive any kind of benefit from social services or anything like that unless they place the father on child support. So maybe that's something that a lot of men should look into before they just assume that they're being placed on it out of spite. And again, if you were playing an active role and actually supporting all of the children that you're making, since, you know, it's such a great thing to go around making all these children and not caring for them, because the same government that loves talking about the child and what about the birth and all this other stuff doesn't give a goddamn about feeding, clothing, or supporting that child. So I'm confused on their double messaging, but whatever. We're here yet again. Let's see, what else was kind of an interesting takeout on that. Okay, yeah. federal workforce. So Trump has signed a freeze on all federal hiring, uh, ex- uh, expecting the military's numbers to increase. They're definitely going to do the whole enforcing the draft uh, to amplify the military and its support. Um, I mean, again, not surprised on that. I don't know how he's going to put a freeze on all federal hiring when they actually set up a program through 2025 to usher people into federal government roles. So I don't know what that's going to be about. And of course, he is withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accord. That's not a biggie. We knew he was going to do that. He would have done that if he had won his second term back to back. Energy and climate, of course, he's doing away with all of that. But again, here you have fires in California. So I mean, it's like these things, these national disasters are really happening. And the fact that the Republican Congress did not support aid for national disasters. Here, California is having a national disaster, and they're not just looking at the governor of California, but the mayor of Los Angeles. Like all these other cities in California don't have mayors of their own. So I'm confused. Like it just blows my mind. I mean, we all get it, of course, because she's a black woman, so attack the black woman, of course. But it's really ridiculous how people are calling for the mayor of Los Angeles to step down for something that is statewide. And there are other mayors involved in towns that, you need to be looking at that mayor and trying to figure out, well, what's the response? Why is the water not coming out of the hydrants, and what's that about? So I'm really confused on that. I mean, I am, but I'm not. But again, when people know exactly what's going on, then you start asking the real questions. Because this blaming someone who has, she has her own city to take care of and to worry about, mind you, with its own problems. Trust and believe. They got homelessness out of the wazoo and everything else. Yes, we are back. I sent you the link earlier, sir. So check your email. But yeah, homelessness out of the wazoo. They have a lot of camps, if you call them, almost everywhere. So, she has her own epidemic to deal with. And, it's unfortunate to have fires or any kind of national disaster, but it is. That's what it is. That area is known for that. Yeah, there are things that preventative measures that could have been done that sometimes others feel affect the environment more than it does good. But at the end of the day, it's about protecting the lives of the American people. And the fact that before Trump even walked his ass back into office, his Congress folks refused to sign a disaster relief bill, which left not only California in the position that they're in currently, but was it South Carolina when they had that tornado or storm? South Carolina as well. So it's just like, I see how they like to, like kick the can down the road. But the actuality is they are the cause of a lot of these things that shouldn't be. There are agencies set to handle disaster relief. But if they don't get funding because, Congress wants to hold out because we're going to wait for Trump to come so Trump can, back it or put his name behind it or be the savior that he likes to be. It's it's childish that you're playing with people's lives like that. Defining sexuality and ending DEI. This is nothing new. Um, he is trying to, gonna make it in the private and public sector that there are only two genders, male and female, and no in between. I mean, a lot of the large companies had already started getting rid of their programs once the election was over. So then again, this was no surprise, or shouldn't have been, to anyone. I mean, for the most part, that those were the pretty big ones. He did pardon about a good chunk of those January 6 crybabies. um, he did pardon a lot of those, but before President Joe Biden wound up leaving office, he also pardoned Dr. Anthony Fauci, who, of course, has been the lead research doctor in the fight of HIV/AIDS. Not only that, but he did handle the COVID pandemic. And yeah, so he got a pardon. The January 6th committee, excuse me, the January 6th committee, they also received a pardon. For those of you who don't know those, the committee members like Liz Cheney and others who basically called Trump out on his bullshit and exposed that there was a whole ring of people behind January 6th that was funding and amping the fires for people to come to the Capitol and riot. He pardoned all of those. Yeah, I mean, he did a lot before his final hours. So, yeah, 1,500 of them. Thank you. I was looking for the exact number. Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Just please just stay prayed up. And it's not a thing of fear, but it's just to be very aware of what's going on. Like that whole, I didn't watch it, but I keep seeing the clip of Elon Musk giving the Nazi salute. This man is from South Africa, the cradle of apartheid. Well, civil rights and Jim Crow was like the mother. That's like the baby of Jim Crow was apartheid. And Elon Musk grew up in that era. It's not the first time that he's done that Nazi salute and they kind of brushed it off like, oh, he's just excited and that's just something he does. No, he knows exactly what the hell he's doing and who he's doing it to and for. And the fact that we just sit back and just like da 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 like it's nothing is absolutely ridiculous. But all these people are gonna find out that it's not just an attack on black and brown people or Democrats. This is about to be an attack on everybody. Because when your grandparents or yourself can't get your insulin or your prescription drugs gone out through the roof, that you are back to deciding whether you eat or you, get medicine, it's about to get really real. It is about to get very, very real and very, very fast. In some areas, of course, they've been ramping up to start this deportation, mass deportation, because nobody really knows what the mass deportation means. Everybody just thinks, oh, it's just the criminals. It's just the criminals. Trust me, there's not that many foreign criminals to do a mass deportation. It's just really not. Not at all. Not at all. Some of these people who think they're safe and they voted for the guy, they about to find themselves on the wrong side, and ain't nothing nobody gonna be able to do to save them. But again, this is what happens when you make the choices that you make. The founding fathers were correct about one thing. Um, those slave owners despise the actual American people picking the president because he felt that because they all felt that the American people were not educated enough to make a sound decision on picking their president. And in this instance, once you learned the first time and you did it again, you deserve everything that comes your way. Because it was enough for me to how the COVID-19 thing was handled. I mean, if he didn't have that, he would have won a second term just out of riding the waves from the past administration. But to be the cause of the deaths of nearly 1 million plus people as the commander in chief says volumes. And now that that's kind of out the way and other people have handled that and kept it under control, now you think, okay, it's time for you to come in and really do business. No, what's going to happen is you're going to really see what this administration, now that all the guardrails are off and the riding the wave of a successful previous administration, we'll see how this one turns out. Because everything is on them. Everything from the presidency to both houses to the Supreme Court, everything. They have everything. So there's nobody to blame here on this. When shit hits the fan, this is gonna be all on them. And we'll see how we skate around, this issue. Just like they skated around being mad at Michelle Obama for not attending the inauguration. Like we forget that nor him nor his wife appeared when Biden was inaugurated at all. So why the indifference? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So I don't know. We shall see. We definitely shall see. Other than that, I mean, it's too early yet. I don't even feel like I'm still wrapping my head around. Here we go again with the shit. I mean, from the video that just released, I think this morning, of this young lady and this young white Karen and her 2 kids walking at night, and she's so afraid for her life that she's ringing some random stranger's doorbell, and then asking the owner of the house as he's pulling up to his driveway, and he's asking, are you okay? And what's going on? She asks him, do you live here? He says, yes. And she says, I don't believe you. So then she grabs her kids, because she has one in a, those running strollers, and then one walking, and she tells the one to run. She grabs the other one, and she's running screaming as if somebody's chasing her. She told her husband and the police when she was on the phone that she was being chased by someone. Hold on. Hello, sir. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, stranger, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, I ain't get no memo, no nothing. I was down there washing clothes. I said, "Oh," I said, "What foolishness does he have this week?"
No foolishness. No
How are you
foolishness at
doing?
all.
How's everybody
I'm
doing? As
good.
soon as I can pull up this other screen, I can see people.
Yeah, no, we're good. Everybody's good.
Yeah, I thought we was gonna get
Just
one more week after they see the first foolishness. Well, that
no, I mean,
ca-
I just so I can get myself in the swing of things. That's all. So I
uh,
figured I
oh, I
just
thought she had enough practice.
jeez, no, I had a bit of
Hey,
a
Haitian
vacation,
princess, how's everybody doing?
so I was definitely on the verge of like, okay, I'm kind of enjoying this now. Like, here's the gloom and doom back. Um,
I know. Here, take a deep breath.
yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so anyway, in the story with the white woman walking through her neighborhood and
Oh,
determining
yeah, I
who
saw
lives
that
there
one.
and who doesn't live there, she had this whole elaborate story that she was being chased by this man. Got her husband involved, got the police involved, and even when she was screaming and a neighbor let her in, the neighbor even
Get out!
asked
Get out!
her,
Get out!
"Hey, are you sure it's not the black family that lives down there? Because there is a black family that moved down the street." No, it's not that. No, it's not. It's not that. It's not that. Now, what she said, she didn't say, but when she came back after she realized people had found who she was, found out her business, and did what people normally do when they, get a hold of stuff like that. She called herself making a video and talking about she didn't say he was black. She thought it was a white man and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm just like, girl, cut it out. So
When
when
will
the
they
family
learn? Just
released,
stop. Don't say nothing.
just, just mind your fucking business. I really don't know what's wrong, what's in their DNA that they can't mind their fucking business. Like you're not the only one that can own property. You're not the only one that can live in a decent neighborhood or area. You want to go live somewhere? Go live on a farm. That's about some of the places where we are still there, but we're not there in the numbers where in which you could be fearful for your life. Go live with the Amish.
They don't want you there either.
They don't, but I mean, I I don't know. I don't know what like they need a utopia just to themselves. Go back to Europe.
No, but they still would come to try to find you because it's boring over there. They don't want to be with themselves either.
I don't understand. It's like not minding your business is something that is foreign to them. Like mind your fucking business. It has nothing to do with you. You're not the police of the world. You don't get to police people and tell people what neighborhoods they belong in. You should have learned your lesson from what's his name? Ahmaud Arbery. Cut the shit out.
Hmm.
Now, what would have happened, and then we'll be sitting there talking about some, oh, he killed that white woman and them two kids. He had every right to. You pulling up to my door, ringing my bell all crazy, yelling and screaming. I don't know.
You
I'm
on
in
my
fear for my life. You on my property.
uh huh. How do I know you're not trying to steal my Amazon package?
This is what I'm saying. You out here trying to steal my packages and shit, trying to throw them in your baby carriage. I don't know what the hell you doing. She's making an appearance.
All this bitch.
But I mean, I just find it to be ridiculous. Like, why do they? Why?
Get down.
They have this self-righteous thing, and so when, of course, the police come, and thank God it didn't, it didn't turn out to be a whole big situation, but it kind of sort of was. So the husband came, the wife then came to the door. And, she was like, well, what's going on? Well, it was this guy did it in this gray truck and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, yeah, that's my husband. But he did also ask you,
Right.
what are you doing here? And, this, that, and the other. And he answered you and told you that he lived here. And you didn't believe him. Oh, no, no. And then here we go. She starts crying. It's white tears. And, oh, please forgive me. But you got to understand. No, what is there to understand? What? What is there to understand? The only thing I can understand is you basically saying we don't belong there,
Mhm.
and we make you
I'm surprised she
uncomfortable.
didn't say that. I live in this neighborhood and I know everybody that lives around here.
But how the hell everybody else, every house she went to or every neighbor she talked to about it afterwards said the same thing? You mean there's a black
Yeah, they
family
knew.
down there. There's a black family right there. That house right there that you're talking about, there's a black family there. How everybody else know and you didn't know? Oh no, you knew. But what you thought you were going to do was kick up a fuss enough to have them removed because you need evidence. Oh. But I
What
already
did she do? Show up at their house the next day with a casserole with peas in it?
don't nobody want that shit. They can keep that nasty ass non-flavored food. But so that's the kind of stuff that we need to be looking forward to, guys.
Yes, the savages will be emboldened again.
Yes. Basically, that's all that is. With Elon Musk giving the signal, doing that
Oh yeah.
Hitler
He was
shit.
on something. Did you see the one with his eyes rolling in the back of his head? Him and Barron's?
All of them
Because
motherfuckers.
he is on the spectrum.
Who, Barron? Yeah.
Uh, uh,
Elon?
uh, Elon Musk. He's on the spectrum.
No. Well, I'm not surprised the way he was bouncing around at that goddamn rally. A fucking idiot. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. And when he said during his inauguration speech, when Trump talked about going to Mars and shit, and then they panned to him in the back, and he's all like, "Ooh," like, man, you're a grown ass man. Like, it's just too childish for me.
That video was on. I saw it on TikTok. The full one, where the one that the wife made.
Oh yeah.
Because you could even see the woman running. She grabs one child out of the
Out of
stroller,
the
and the other
stroller,
one
and
was
then
walking,
she
and she
just
just
told the
starts
other one to
running.
run. She said,
Uh huh.
"Run," whatever the
Yeah.
little girl's name is, and the little girl is like. But I'm saying these are the type of things that you implant into your children. You know what I'm saying? To be
Mhm.
fearful of what? Somebody who owns a home like we own a home, somebody who drives cars like we drive cars, but you don't feel like they belong in our neighborhood. Why? Because they bring your property value down? Is that what you're worried about? Where you gonna go when you think people can't afford to live where you live? Where? Where are you going?
Mhm.
I mean,
The shit
for
too
us,
expensive now. You can't be running away from everybody. You better learn how to live with people.
but that's the reality. You can't even afford to get up and go like you act like you want to. That's why you're
Yeah,
so
like they
worried about
used to do.
policing, right? That's why you're so worried about policing who gets to be here.
Mm.
It's like you don't have that right. Just
Yeah,
again, mind your
Barron is on the
business.
spectrum also. He's
Yeah,
like I guess like borderline autistic.
he look a little. Well, I mean,
That's what happens when you got that old
old
sperm
ass,
swimming around.
right? I say old ass ball
The
sack.
sperm. Mhm.
Shit, I mean, damn, you damn near 80, pushing that like, goddamn.
Mhm. That shit was dripping like king syrup.
I mean, when you got old ass balls and a wide open vessel, because
Mm.
we could act like she's so wholesome in that if you want to.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, all them hoes is
I've never
honest.
seen I've never seen any. Especially, I wouldn't want to see any of those first ladies naked. So
No, no, not at all. Uh, but yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Um, Other than that, I mean,
oh, can I?
shit.
I don't know if I can do another 4 years of this nigga.
I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I don't know. I have
I'm
no
really hoping that he
idea.
drops dead. I really look.
No,
We go
I'm
free
not even
Luigi.
hoping that. I'm
Free
not even hoping
Luigi.
that. You would have JD Vance in his place. No way.
Oh, he goofy too. Just give him a couch. Don't sit on it.
Right.
It's going to be moist.
I'm not even with you.
You say there's
Yeah,
no
I mean,
halfway.
no. Like I don't even I'm so dreading this. this turnaround,
Hmm.
what the Department of Education is going to look like um, for the future
Yeah,
is
they do. They want
scary.
to. They definitely want to dumb down society, which helped get them into office.
Yeah, right. But that's the thing. That is just it. To remove all these things out of school curriculum, so that way, people can just blindly and dumbly just do whatever. That's what the person says. I believe it. I believe the fearful leader. It's absolutely mind-boggling that people are so comfortable in this frame
Hmm.
of just wanting things the way that they used to be, where majority of white men controlled everything.
Yeah, and the only thing you can say is, well, we told you so. It was you. It's all you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you know,
And
by all of us kind of sitting back,
everybody.
after the election, black people really not getting involved with all that bullshit. They they really don't know how to act.
No, they don't. But they always assume that here they come to save the day, because that's no. But no, nobody's doing that.
Mm-mm. No, it's you.
No-
You're the
Nobody's
problem.
doing that. Yeah, y'all are it. Y'all
Hmm.
have been it. Y'all
But
have
the
been
only
it.
advantage that I see now that we have is we've been through this before, a lighter version. So I don't think that we should be getting hyped up every time he says something or does something.
Yeah, no, I mean I agree. I definitely don't feel like getting hyped about anything he says, any press briefing. I'm just worried
I mean,
about
cause you know it's all dumb. It just sounds stupid,
right,
and it
right.
used to kind of hang on every word and everything that
Hmm.
he did. Um, we know that the our government's not worth a damn. It and all the rules and safeguards they put in place
They only
don't
apply to
work.
certain individuals.
And they
Right.
don't work.
They only apply to
So now
some.
we know that, so you can just kind of settle on back.
Yeah, but my concern is just like policing, things of that nature. Like
Hmm.
we don't need to see any more George Floyd situations. Um, I'm pretty sure Derek is about to apply for another uh,
Oh yeah.
removal of his case. Now upon this,
Oh,
um,
he didn't call him up and said he was there at the insurrection so he could get a pardon too.
just stupidness, just absolutely stupid. So I don't know. We My head is spinning just thinking about it. Really, just because it's just.
I slept good. I don't know about you.
No, I mean I sleep fine, but
Hmm.
it's just so much stuff that is just like, how could you just let all this go? Like I get tax cuts may be important to you. Well, it's not coming to you because you don't make it. A lot of us don't make that amount of money to where a tax cut would be significant. But you like, oh yeah, no. Taking out regulations. You do know they're about to let this dude with worms be in charge of health and human services.
Hmm.
You think COVID was a shit show?
Oh yeah.
You start people walking around with the measles, the mumps, and whatever else, chicken leg foot, cow,
Monkeypox. Go ahead.
monkeypox, uh, cow udders, all types of shit, and you ain't seen it. You haven't seen it. All for the carelessness of what?
Yeah, but it's like one of those things. You know it's coming. You know wintertime is coming. Wintertime is here. You know you need to put the plastic up to the windows. You need to
The thick
insulate the
plastic.
doors. Yeah, you know what you need to do. Just go on ahead and do it. Put some money in the house. That's one thing I did do. I took some money. I
Hmm.
took a lot of money out of the bank, put cash in the house
Right, right,
that I would normally keep in here.
right.
Because if the fucking
Uh,
banks fail with my shit in there, I will
he's
be
gonna be
done.
upset.
Upset is an understatement. We killings motherfuckers, okay? Yeah.
Just crazy.
'Cause they don't
Other
make
than
that
that,
government cheese like they used to. It used to be real good. I don't know what you get now. You just get stamps. You gotta pick up your own cheese.
you know what? They probably doing away with stamps too. So good luck with that.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, just prepare for this. What I tell you all the time, prepare for the storm. You
yes,
know
you
it's
do.
coming. You know,
You,
get yourself a pop and go on out and pop it a couple of times and get in that mindset that if one of those people roll up on you, just take them out. It's just plain and simple. You can't be playing games and second guessing yourself nowadays.
yeah, yeah. I
You
would
know,
definitely suggest going to a range,
just get comfortable
learning
with
how
it.
to defend yourself
Hmm. And
for
learn
sure.
how to learn how to burn a clip. If you don't get away, oh
Not burn a clip.
yeah, because there's no point of having it if you can't do it. You can't pull that trigger. There's no point in you having it.
Yeah, very true. That part is very, very
You
true.
know, you have remember you have
Um,
to protect yourself and your family.
yeah,
You can't afford to be second guessing yourself and say, "Oh, I think
Mm-mm.
I'll just try to injure him." No, you take the blow the
Yeah.
motherfuckers right out of their shoes, plain and simple.
Anything else you
And
want
then
to
you'll
add
feel
before
better.
we?
I mean, you'll actually feel better once you learn that you can handle yourself and that these are things that you can do. You will not
Mm.
walk in fear.
Mm. Good point. Good point. Good point.
What you got in
Anything
that
else you want to
glass?
add before we move Kool Aid? Anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to add
Is that
before we
from those
move
little
on
nice restaurants you be going to?
to
You be
lighter
posting
stuff?
them. I don't know. You should at least bring me a
A
doggy
doggy
bag. God
bag.
damn,
Okay, I
yeah. But
got
I
you
don't know.
next time.
Unless it's all that
It,
vegan food.
it's no
Lettuce don't
no.
keep well in the bag.
It's no lettuce. I will get you lettuce. Anything else you want to add before we move on to some lighter, more humorous stuff?
Now, what did I miss? 'Cause like I said, I didn't know we were on. I figured it'd be next week.
Um. Oh well, let me just do the little intro part first.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, did y'all talk about TikTok?
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
first.
you
That's one
did.
of the first things I talked about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
know it's not
what do you
this.
got to say? What do you
You know
got to
it's
say
not the
to it?
same, right? It's
Well,
not the
it's a
same.
Well, it's a pause on it anyway. He just signed the executive order to pause
Yeah. No,
their.
but even the use of it, the feel, it's not the same.
Of course, they all they wanted to do was two things: the money
Switch the
and the
servers.
information. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the
And
money
then
and the information. That's all they
and then
wanted.
everybody ran over there to Red Note.
Right, right,
I
right.
was over there too.
I was briefly for a minute learning learning a little Korean.
You ain't have to learn no Korean. Take your other phone. If you have two phones and you have translation
I
on
know,
Google,
but it doesn't.
hold that
It
shit
doesn't.
right up there. It's like fuck that shit. I ain't gonna be yin yang ching chow. I don't need. What is that?
Well,
Mm-mm.
sometimes it doesn't translate well.
But close enough. And more than that, because it's like these little. It's like what's these little etching symbols? I can't. I don't know. Stir fried rice. That's all I know.
You know what? I'm not even
That's
gonna
it.
answer you.
That's it.
Um, so in the case of where is my money? Lady Nika. Now, let's understand. In the case of where's the prize money? So there's been a lot of talk about this prize money. The lady who won the prize says she only got $300. And it was told that everybody got paid. Oh, but there was a ram in the bush. Because Tracy today said, oh, but in my life, way back when, Lady Nika put the amounts on the screen, and I have the screenshot.
Oh, you knew that was coming.
And oh, the screenshot. First prize $450. Oh, that already hurt. Why do you say it hurt? Because that lady only got $300. Now, mind you, Lady Nika did say that the lady owed her. But again, this is my opinion and my view. If I borrow something from you, if I say, "Hey, Nate, I need $200, I will pay you back as soon as I get it," or "Can I hold $200 or whatever?" That's me acknowledging that, one, I need it, two, I'm going to pay it back to you. Now, if you call me and say, "Hey, Cap, I heard you need to go so and so and so. Here's $200." And I say to you, "Man, I don't know if I'll be able to pay you back." And you say, "Well, you don't think you have a lifetime to pay me back? You don't think you'll be able to pay me back $200 in a lifetime?"
I wouldn't have offered. If I know I could get my shit back like that,
Right.
it's one of those.
Right. And so you give it to me, and then so I use my creative juices, bling out a canister, a Stanley Cup, win a prize, and then I say to myself, "Oh, well, I do owe her some money. Let me take this money and give her something or give you something." And I take this and give you $100. This debt's 2 years old. So now this person wins your competition, which already smells a little fishy. And then you get upon yourself to take $100, quote unquote, from the person's winning to cover said debt. So the person says they received $300 and they took the $300. Now, this is where I'm side-eyeing this one too. Because then she took the $300 that she received. This is making me think she knew that the money was taken out for her debt. Because she took the $300 that she received and she says, this is what she says, her words, not mine, via Stomp Down. She took the $300 and gave it out to the people in her chat. Where we do that at? How you giving out money if you owe?
If you owe.
Ain't there a scripture in the Bible or something like that? Like, no, pay your debts before you go splurging out on other people. Pay your debts, right? So I'm thinking, upon her being generous, giving out her $300, somebody said, "Hey girl, how much you get?" And she said $300. And somebody said, "Bitch, you know you missing $150. And she proceeded to, "Where the fuck is my money?" She took the live down and privated, that bullshit they all do when they like, keep it up. If you keep your energy. Cause I look at you a lot less when you have that energy and then you hide it. So the person who you intended for it don't see it. No, leave it up so the person can see it. Cause that's what you wanted to do, right? So this person, she has this epiphany, which I'm thinking somebody told her, like, "Hey girl, the pot was supposed to be this. How much you get?" She said 3, and they're like, "Nah, girl, you short. They shorted you." So she proceeded to say her case that she was shorted. She deletes the video. Now for a while, nobody, everybody just moved on with life. And old King Roman call himself making Nika honest. Now, Lady Nika, you don't have the greatest history with money.
And you know these motherfuckers just
This
sitting
is
there waiting. They just sitting there waiting.
This is the nicest I could put this. You don't have the greatest history with money. Oh, we could take it back to Vegas. You went shopping with the people.
It never goes away. Is that the first time this year? The first time this year in
to get
2025
the
somebody
tater
mentioned
salad
Vegas?
ingredients or to get whatever you needed to get. You had a certain amount of money and you pocketed the change. Now, we didn't know nothing about this pocket of change that, you walked away with until who else but James Caldwell swung down from his banana tree to tell us it was $11. Now, I don't know how proud you should be that you were concerned with $11, but moving right along, still showing you have like this Scrooge McDuck itching when it comes to money. For those of you that don't know, watch DuckTales. Scrooge McDuck will get sick, okay? If he miscounted a penny, if a penny was missing, he gets sick. I think it's like this, the money sickness is happening here. So this challenge happens. This pot was accumulated. She said she wanted 1,000. I'm sure she got more than 1,000. But let's just say she got 1,000. So you got to pay you got to pay your DJ, which you said yourself out of your own mouth. You paid the DJ and your graphic artist person out of your own pocket. So if you covered those bases, then you just had to do the contestants. And if you wanted to give a love offering of $25 or whatever to your judges, that's on you. But the people only paid for the pot. Right? Now, it's not the people's responsibility or even care to know exactly like what exactly you did to the dime, because something could have came up. Maybe you need the money for something. I don't know. But the least you could have done is inform the people, because certain people got their money. I see Uppity. How you doing, Uppity? I see you in here. So she received her money, but what money did she receive? Was she shorted too? Because it looks like from the numbers that she posted in Tracy's chat that even Uppity was shorted.
Damn.
Now again, if in fact something came up, then say that. That's the problem. It's this secret shit. And then when it comes out, it's making you look suspect. It's like, damn, not again. God damn. When you was in TSCC, money. Everything with money does not go well. You were shaking Miss Bless down. You were shaking her moo-moos down for change. So much so that she got tired and she said something, and then Chopper came forward and said, yeah, me too. Which made VS say, hey, can't be doing this, and put a stop to it. What is it?
It's a new
with
year.
money?
You gotta have a new scandal.
No, but the scam's not new. That's what I'm saying.
It was an old scandal, but
even
it's
if
still it's the new year.
But it's still old. It's still the same old thing. It's like, what is it with you and money? And these people talking about they got husbands, boyfriends, and fiancés. Bullshit. Bullshit. There is no way you are walking down the aisle or have decided to give your life, heart, whole, pussy, babies, and everything else to a man or to any individual, and you can't look at them through sickness and in health, through richer and poorer, but richer, more richer than poor, and look at that person that you decided to become one with. That means 1 and 1 is one to become one with, that you can't look at that partner that you chose and say, hey babe, I need some money for XYZ. And they don't go, how much you need? All right, well, I can get you this. I can give you this now. And if you hold out till Friday, I can give you the rest. Or something. What the fuck are y'all doing? Like, y'all have some poor, sour pussies around here that y'all sit up here and beg and beg. And if you can help me reach my goal, if you can, thank you for the Cash App and this, that, and the other. And it's like, oh, but my husband wouldn't dare let me, or my fiance wouldn't dare let somebody buy me a computer, but he allows you to come on here and beg. This shit don't make sense. It don't add up. It's like, do y'all hear yourselves when y'all talking? Like, y'all must not be listening to yourselves when you're talking about the shit you're talking about, yet and still turn around begging people who have their own lives and situations happening. And I'm not saying, to each his own. You want to give, that's your business. But what people need to realize is people have their own shit going on. Right? Like, if people decide to give you $10, $5, $15, $20, whatever the fuck it is, be grateful and mindful that that's coming out of somebody's bank account that would have been going to something else, but they chose to put it on you. But you sitting over here, well, I got a husband. The fuck you look like?
How much you want to bet you ain't gonna see too much of that shit now for at least the next 4 years?
No, but I'm just saying, right. But I'm just saying, you got a husband. Send that motherfucker back. Send that motherfucker back to sender. Because if you got a husband and you out here begging for crab legs and this, that, and the other, or a boyfriend, and could you please hit the Cash App? I gotta move. I need furniture. We getting evicted. Bitch, bye. Get evicted. Because that's the partner you chose. Get evicted together.
Find somebody with the hustle spirit.
Marry somebody else. Take some time to be by yourself. Maybe if you listened to the Lord when he was telling you don't marry that sorry motherfucker, you would have been all right. But because you chose to go against the grain, this is what happens. You on here now begging, and you can be proud enough to say you got a husband. Or a boyfriend, or a fiance. I'd be damned. You might as well just say you single. Because isn't that person supposed to provide for you and your family? Is that not what it was supposed to be?
That was in 2 Corinthians.
I thought it was in Jobs. Like, I'm confused. Like, I really don't understand. And it's like, it's cute to you people. It really is. It's cute and it's funny. It's like, how? But these are the same men that will talk about how they real men. Where? If you don't get in the words of Tommy, these sissy pops out of my face, he calls people sissy pops. Funny, hilarious. But if you don't get these sissy pops out of my face, there's no way you lay down with any motherfucker and you can't look at that person and get your needs met. And not just your sexual
financial.
Right. And not just your sexual ones, but your financial ones. That there will be no need to come on here. And if people chose to give you a donation, they're just giving you a donation maybe because fuck you was funny. Or what you said was interesting. Not because you constantly on here begging and begging and begging and pleading and begging and pleading and every child got this and you got more birthdays than a little bit. Bitch, you've only been born once. We don't pay for pagan birthdays. We don't pay for, my spiritual birthday. Well, hallelujah to you. I'm not paying for that. I don't, what The fuck is wrong? Using kids, using deaths as a sign to get payola. Bless you. Because you know good and goddamn well people are going to donate because people are going to feel sorry because they're going to think of a time and a place where they lost a loved one. They know how expensive a funeral can be unless you light that motherfucker up, which is still expensive but not as expensive.
2,000.
Right. Just a few thousand.
No.
That's it. Well, I mean, that all depends on the funeral home and the place. Trust
You
me.
know, that's what you get. Excuse me.
I mean, you could have put that thing in a rental, motherfucker. Rent a casket. I mean, I don't. There's alternatives. Like, make the person a tree. You can do that now. You put the person in a cocoon thing, and they go in the ground, and years later they become a tree, and you could visit that motherfucker for the rest of your life. Fertilizer. What you turn out to be anyway. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. That's what it is.
Education, vocation. Yep. That's right. Communication, transportation, and salvation. Yes.
I mean, I don't understand.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with these people? But you're comfortably on here. Hey, y'all. This one done died today. Bitch, everybody, we all dying. You born and you die. It's unfortunate, yes.
Is anybody keeping a tally?
Right, it's unfortunate, yes. But we all gonna go. But how about the lesson and all that was be prepared. Get a life insurance policy. Do that. So when you go, you're not leaving the stress of figuring out how to get it paid up to other people and YouTube subscribers and bullshit. You ain't get that lesson twice? That lesson came to you twice. And you still missed it.
Everybody will cash app in a heartbeat. We set up a page, a GoFundMe
A
page.
GoFundMe. It's like, what are you doing? But you'll go get a Fireball or Mad Dog 2020 in a heartbeat. If you don't take that shit and put it towards a fucking policy so that way at least your kids don't have to pay or figure out a way to light you up and you could go the way you want to go. It's just stupid to me. It really is. On some serious shit. It's really dumb. Grown folks. Old as shit. You have
know you're going.
Right.
You know you're going.
That is one
you will
sure
not,
thing.
You will not miss that bus. I'm telling
No.
you will not miss that bus.
No. You will not
will be
pass
there.
go and collect $200. It is definite. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I don't know nobody who beat that shit yet.
No. You may have come back for a spell. Hell, they even pronounced us, as far as my sister and I, dead for a little. And we came back. But that train is coming. Okay? And it's coming for everybody. So it's like,
one day you're going to get a knock at the door.
Right.
When you least expect it.
It's like when you don't know. So you don't know. Nobody knows. So to be like, oh, you know, I'm still grieving. We all grieving.
Yep, forever.
We all grieving. You will forever be grieving. It ain't gonna go away, but you don't get to utilize it as a form of a level of missing the mark, skimming off the top, not informing people that if you were gonna, hey, I'm taking $100 because you owe me that. But you took more. If the pot was 5 and she only got 3, do the math, bitch. You took 2. Where's the extra $100? If it was $450, where's the rest of it? But then you always keep talking about every time you get caught up in a money situation. Oh, I tried to leave that behind me, and it keep rearing its head, and y'all keep bringing it back up. They bring it back up because you keep doing the same shit.
Yeah, address that problem now. Get it out of the way.
Right. Like, what the fuck? You keep doing the same problem. People not bringing it up because they want to bring it up because it's fun. They bring it up because obviously you have not learned. You continuously find yourself in these same predicaments. However, then still talking about something, well, I'm engaged. Engaged to what? When the fuck two broke bitches getting what is broke plus broke equals what?
Broke.
That's what my math computes.
But we got love.
Love don't pay the bill. Love don't pay the bills. And depending on your age, it don't pay your pussy either.
I was getting ready to say I was being real nice. I was gonna keep that. I wasn't even gonna say that, but it was on my mind.
I mean,
What's the going
I
price
mean,
for pussy and bussy?
it just don't add up. It really don't add up. And and while we on this Law and Order case here talking about this, let's just get the one thing straight about this whole they were striking and them three run everything and they're the entertainment. YouTube kept moving. Granted, you have your core supporters and they will always support you, but while you weren't there, they were supporting other people. And that's just the reality of it. So just like when death happens, life moves on, everything moves on. Nobody
it don't even stop. It don't skip a beat.
No, nobody owns nothing on here. You may think that the people that, follow you or support you or always cash app you are your core supporters and they're not going nowhere. Trust and believe. You've seen it. You've seen it with your own eyes. Don't act like you wasn't here. You was very much watching and paying attention. That's how you knew who was relevant and who wasn't relevant. The train kept moving. The cargo plane was flying. Even with your big ass in it. It was moving. There's nothing you guys can do that will change that. It's like common sense. A show goes off the air, you find another show. I've never seen somebody sit there depressed like, oh, they done got rid of my show. I ain't watching TV no more. You find another motherfucking show to watch. And it's just that simple. You move on. Period. Enjoy and respect the people that you have, that support you, that come to your chats, that do all that and and give you whatever they choose to give you. Learn to respect that because it can leave. As you've seen. I'm sure all of you have been very much aware that it ain't clicking how it used to click. Because people are getting tired of the blatant disrespect when they do nothing but support. And then now we back to policing people about where they should go, where to go, who's in this chat, who's in that chat. Come on, y'all. Come on. The reality is, what y'all did to Yaya was fucked up. Oh, where'd you go? The reality is, what you did to Yaya was fucked up. Fucked up, period. That woman does not owe you guys any loyalty details to tell y'all anything that's going on in somebody else's chat that she happens to be a part of. But that's how you all operate. You think you bring people into situations, you find out that they're part of certain groups, and you, bring us back some information. For what? For what? You want to find out? Go over there your damn self. Oh, no, sorry, you can't. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, find out for yourself. And if the woman blatantly told you They're not saying nothing about y'all. We don't talk about y'all. That's not what is going on here. Whatever, whatever. Just accept it for what it is. You act like y'all back there sharing all of your personal private details with her. Because you wasn't. But because Mad Day came and you're no longer talking to King Roman, now y'all two on the outs, she must tell you all information about this group that y'all just found out she was a part of, which you would have never known had people who was excommunicated from the group to begin with wasn't opening their mouths. Which sounds like somebody else. Just ridiculous. Like, learn to be adult and just walk away. That's it. It ain't got to be no back and forth when nobody's talking about you, bothering you, or anything like that. Just walk away. Like, y'all people are so determined to be like, oh, there's got to be something. It's something juicy. That you got people spinning their wheels looking absolutely crazy. And the reality is, if they spent more time focusing on the real situations that they needed to deal with, their family dynamic would be so much better. But no, they so focused on this. Like, were you people not loved growing up? Okay, I get it. You weren't popular, nothing like that, so this is the most popularity you've ever had. But it's virtual. It's virtual. And you want to know how you know it's virtual and it's not real in real life? If you went out in hot red Kool-Aid looking pants, looking every bit of crazy, looking every bit of hey Kool-Aid, and people actually let you walk out the house like that, like your true friends, your hardcore day ones, and nobody, girl, put on something else. Put on a sundress. Don't put on that. That's too fitting. But you look like Kool-Aid, or you look like a can of soda. You look like a Coca-Cola, and not the bottle. You
Like
you
a
look like
walking blood clot.
right. You look like a whole situation. That's the real. You don't have no friends that really care about your well-being, and know that when you go out, they feel like, yeah, we stepping out, we bad, You don't have that. You don't have that. Like, I'll even give you some real hardcore facts. In Vegas, I don't pay attention to me because I'm me. I walk the way I walk. It is what it is. I don't pay attention to it. I don't focus on it. Nothing like that. But what I start to notice is that when people were live, people would just like scoot up, like moving away, block and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. But I'm not like, thank you, but I'm not, but just for the simple fact that they didn't want people to even be like, I don't want to ruin his trip, him worried about people being stupid and ignorant. So I'm not going to, it's like, that's when you have friends that care enough about you to have not like, no, we ain't even going to do that. We ain't even going to have that. Because I'll be damned if I walked out looking like that. And yeah, you may be cute in the face, but the rest of that, bitch, you could throw that shit in the trash. I didn't even know they made pants that big. But now that we do, we just do. Look like you took a hefty bag and just painted it red and put it on your ass anyway. But In reality, yeah, you shouldn't have won that. You shouldn't have won it. Not a beanbag. Not a beanbag. But if you're built like a beanbag, you're built like a beanbag. But yeah, again, she didn't deserve that. There was no reason for it. As an adult, you should have handled that a whole lot better. I'm trying to be nice. I am trying to be nice. Okay? Trying to be nice. And I see you changed your name back. But I didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve it at all. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, there probably was times where y'all felt like y'all deserved it because when the bullshit was happening and they were probably, talking their shit about certain people, you was right there, front and center. Not saying that you were saying anything, but, you was there front and center. So they probably felt like since you was there front and center on their shit, then when you got some shit going on, why they not front and center? Valid, if that was the argument. But even still, to do the lady like this and she didn't do nothing to y'all is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Especially when the lady said herself, she ain't do nothing. She ain't do nothing to me. She like a sister, but I got her before she got me. What is this shit even about? I got her or I got him before he got me. Why are we so prepared for somebody to do something to us? I get it. It's the beef sector. You're going to beef. But if you're genuine with somebody and somebody is genuine with you, why do you initially feel like the shit's going to go left? Why? Like, that is the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my life. Always on go for mad day or for something to go wrong. It's not supposed to be like that. When you're genuine, not supposed to be like that. Now, when you're not genuine, yeah, you on guard because you already know. You just waiting for your time to strike. But if you're genuine, that would never happen. You don't hear me going around talking about none of these people. And I could. I have every right to. But it's not worth it for me because I'm actually genuine. I don't do that. I don't rock like that. It's not what I do. Like, yeah, I'll tap it a little bit because if you keep playing with me, I'm gonna show you better than I could tell you. I'm not the one nor the two. But that's not.
So is that what all that earlier stuff was? You was tapping a hell of a lot of tapping.
Just tapping.
Well, you was
Just
tapping a lot over a hiatus, right?
Yeah. I mean, because people always like to, and that was fun. It was fun.
I know you was having a good ass time. I told you go ahead, knock yourself out.
But people always try to like think they're doing something by diminishing somebody else by saying somebody's irrelevant or something like that. And it's like, bitch, look at you. Your whole weight is irrelevant. Your size is irrelevant. Like, oh, did I say irrelevant? I meant elephant. But it's just like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm not laid up with somebody for no tax returns. I'm not laid up, I'm not laid up as somebody's secondary go-to. He got kicked out the house. The wife, he done cheated on the wife. So now he ain't got a place because he can't go back home for a while. So he gonna lay up with you driving your car until wife says, why don't you come back home? The kids miss you, all 8 of them. And then you go back. Like, that's not my life. It has never been my life. I've never been the last one picked. Not me. So I can understand that you gravitate what you can when you get it. It's a hard knock life. Yes, if you're not a snack. But like, do something else. Do something else. Because you too worried about what other people are doing and what's going on in this sector, so much so that your hair is falling out. Bitch, I don't know what's thinner, my waist or your hair. This shit looks like straw. I'm confused. You had more hair in your natural state than you do right now. And you sit up there swooshing it back and bitch, don't pull too hard. Them shit's about to come out, okay? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Girl, you had more hair when it was like in this like natural afro than you did when you straightened it. I don't know if you went to the Dominicans or what happened, but maybe the pills, maybe something, stress, something, but something is eating, and it ain't Gilbert Grape. It's your hair. It's eating at your hair. I need you to get some oil treatments in that scalp. Change your diet.
You got coconut oil, don't you?
Change your diet. You need to start doing something because your hair is not healthy. And the sign of health is always through your hair, right? And it ain't, girl. It's not giving what it's not giving what you think it's giving. So you could keep swooping and swooshing and swooshing that little piece of hair that girl, it's not. It's not. You could see straight through it. If you look at your last video, girl, the ones that's standing at the top, you could see straight through it. You're not supposed to be able to see through your hair. I'm not even a cosmetologist, and I know that shit. Don't you got cosmetology friends? Don't you got a friend that does great hair and fashion and clothes and things? He couldn't tell you that your hair was thinning, girl. He couldn't give you some eggs to throw on your head to give you some deep conditioner.
You see the price of the bitches? They about to go up again. He wasted no fucking eggs on no head.
Nobody couldn't give you that little tidbit. But you know so much, yet you know so little. So I'm confused. I really am. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Get y'all lives together. There's far more things more important. And yes, this is the beef sector. And yes, we're going to beef and all that stuff. I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, what is it worth? What is it all worth? Everybody is free to do whatever or go wherever they choose to. We could agree to disagree. We don't all like each other. Great. So what? But you don't get the right to dictate to anybody where they should go, or whose chat they should be in, or whose secret back chat they need to be a part of. Y'all don't get to dictate that. None of you. Because it's not your place. Just do your content. Like we talked about earlier with the white lady. Mind your fucking business. Do your content. Focus on you. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. And focus on your content. Oh, that's right, because you motherfuckers don't have content. Because all y'all talk about is nothing. You panels. That's all you guys do is have panels. Newsflash, the motherfuckers are there for the panels. They're not there for you. Nobody gives a fuck about your life. Oh, I went to go get my hair braided. Nobody gives a fuck. Oh, I ate 20 pounds of burgers. Nobody cares. You're big. We get it. You eat. We get it. Like somebody said earlier, you eat pound cakes like you rolling blunts. Like, I mean, I can't take credit for that. God, that was funny as shit.
Oh, wow.
But, like, we get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. But what else? What else is there? What else can you offer? That's it. That's all I got. That is all I got.
You know you lying.
No, that's it. No, that's really it. That's all it kind of like was burning me up a little bit. Because it's like, what? Come on, y'all. Stop thinking y'all like the shit. I don't know who told you. I don't know who made you think that y'all it, but you're not it. Yeah, you got supporters, but I mean, who don't? You don't see what cash apps people get because people ain't out here telling their business to cash app. That's why you mad at Homeboy right now. Because you know what he getting and you not getting what he getting. So now everybody's male identified. No, but they just like him better. That's it. They just like him better. That's it. That's all. Male identified. How? Please do explain. When the majority on here are women. So if they not gay women, obviously he's still a male. So I mean, make it make sense. They're just supposed to support you because you're women. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So because you're a woman, they're just supposed to support you, and you could be like, yeah, y'all bitches this, you bitch that, you bitch this, you bitch that. These people don't even have family members that call them that. They don't have husbands that call them that. They don't have coworkers, friends, whatever, you name it, that call them that. So they supposed to sit here, listen to you call them bitches, and still support you financially, and you got a husband. I got one for you. Bitch, you lying to me. You are lying to me. That's it.
You are so stupid.
That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Take it or leave it. Listen to it or not. Because at the end of the day, it's truth, right? And that's all. It's just truth. I don't have no bias to anybody. I'm just looking at it like, what? Say what? Girl, y'all dumb. I'm gonna need y'all in 2025 though to really smarten up. There are so many applications that can help you improve your thought, vocabulary, your everything. That sounding ignorant and being ignorant, it's not gonna fly anymore. All right, so let's shoot to be better, right? Shoot to be better. It's still early. We're still in January. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Nobody's perfect. But all it takes is a start, right? Hey, what's up, Rico?
Hey,
Speaking
Rico,
of
how you doing, man?
not that Rico, but the barber Rico. He got his apartment. He got approved for his apartment. So he will
Oh,
be
that's good.
in his new apartment in my neck of the woods, not my area, but my borough, back home, which is cool.
Yeah, how many
Yeah.
millions of dollars is that? That shit's expensive as hell up there.
Yes, it is.
Rico, you
Yeah.
funny as shit.
Don't do it. Don't do it. But I hope everybody's well, and thank you guys for popping in on my you know what? Don't do that, Rico. The sleeve with the name of Rico the Sleeves. But Rico, I hope that you are well as well, Mr. Sleeves. Yeah, thank you guys for popping in and hanging out with me on this first day back. And of course, no, it wasn't newsful because I had to just pull the band-aid off. Is that a what?
Oh,
Or
did
did
he
you
say
say
it
that
outside,
out loud?
outside, out loud? Oops.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you always do. What else is
All right,
there?
all the time.
We expect it and wait
Right.
for it.
Unfortunately. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Any parting words you got before we head on out of here?
No, just everybody do what y'all know. Do what you need to do. You know what the shit is about. So,
Yeah, we've been through it before.
yes, we've been through it
Unfortunately.
before.
Mm.
Get some wine before they start slapping tariffs on that shit.
Oh, get everything before they start slapping tariffs on it. There's gonna be a lot of what they call them. They don't call it welfare. What do they call it? Subsidies. There's gonna be a lot of subsidy.
Oh,
There's gonna be a lot of subsidies given out once these tariffs hit, and these farmers, especially the white ones, start to feel the effect of the tariff, like they did when he was president before. Yeah. Not survivor's remorse. Stop! Don't. It just reminds me of something else. See, I was on my way out the door. I'm not even gonna entertain it. Survivor's remorse. Whatever. Anyway, everybody have a great night. Be safe, and until next time, yeah, just protect yourself and protect your peace.
that's the main thing.
importantly.
This go around, definitely protect your peace. You don't have to
Yes.
flare up and give the energy every
Yeah.
time this fucker says something or does
Yeah.
something.
Or anybody for that matter.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Yeah. Put them on mute. That's it. That's all. All right.
So you use it over there in the B sector.
Exactly. On that note, everybody have a good night. Peace.